Alright, OBS says it's going. There's a green bar on YouTube. Let me refresh the page there so I actually see that it's getting something. Alright, there, and now it just needs to hook in. Come on. And good. Alright. Let's get going. Where the hell am I? Okay, I'm not that far. Yeah, it occurred to me. My spawn was set back here, not up here close to where I actually am going. This has been a kind of crazy week for me. It's like yesterday there was something. I was talking about something that happened just on Monday. It's like, that was only Monday. Wow. That could have been last week. It was that long ago, it felt. At least it's been a long week for good stuff, good reasons. Alright, now what is there to talk about that would be much interest? I know there's been, oh, yeah, there's that. Yeah, the, quarterly financial reports coming out from different companies. I looked this up yesterday. And Intel had a good quarter. So did AMD. AMD also had a very good quarter. And part of what makes that kind of interesting for them is that is without the Ryzen, the Zen Plus launch, because that was this. Sorry, that was quarter 2. So, in theory, quarter 2 may have even better results. But what was interesting in the Intel report is it stated that 10 nanometer has slipped again. That node has just been giving so many problems. It did say that they do have some low volume products shipping now, but high volume will not be until 2019. Which is interesting because the 7 nanometer for TSMC and Global Foundries is also next year. So depending, they may be, it might be possible for them to beat Intel, or that Intel would have 10 nanometer out for a short period of time before, I'm making this run for gear and experience. I know I don't need to. So, yeah, I mean, it looks like we are on the verge of seeing a loss of Intel's process lead. And that is kind of a big deal, because they've held that for years. But then it's also, where was it? This was a few weeks ago. I saw somebody had put together a graph showing all the different semiconductor foundries out there, and how at this point, for like actually producing processors, well, at least x86 processors and such, capable of that. So it didn't include Samsung on the list, even though Samsung does actually make their own, does make processors, does specifically ARM-based ones though, like their own. The stuff they use in their Galaxy phones and such, they make those. And Apple has them make their iPhone chips too. That wasn't on the list, but it is down to now just Intel, TSMC, and Global Foundries. That over the years, others have been dropping out. It's like IBM dropped out. It's no longer there. It actually sold, IBM sold its stuff to Global Foundries. Which, huge win for Global Foundries, because part of that deal was they got all of IBM's research on that as well. It's like it's IBM's 7 nanometer process that they're using. But IBM got a special contract though for Global Foundries to do their fabrication, the manufacture for them. But also they work together on the research. So I'm saying that is big. That is pretty big, and this is going to be the first. Why is it not always triggering the right click? I feel like it was doing that last time to me as well. Come on, come on. I don't think that I was still on the timer. I don't like this boss. It's just annoying how much he has for range. Why was I? Oh, that's. Yeah, that's what's nice about that boss. He's got the two majestic chests there. But yeah, so that... I guess in theory, we could see... I don't know what CPU series would be the first with 10nm products, but I could see it being potentially something like that launching in very, very low quantities end of this year, and then it depends on when 10nm is ready enough for them to do that. But yeah, it's... They've been having such trouble. Where is it? Ah, okay. Nah. But that I want to hang on to. And that is a big deal. Them losing that process lead. What else, though, is there? Oh, yeah, the AMD has a 7nm Vega Radeon Instinct in their labs that they're testing, that they're working on. And that is supposed to sample later this year. Meaning they would have versions made that would go to different labs that are that would use it for their machine learning work. I know that's a target for Radeon Instinct. I mean, at least that's what AMD has declared it as. Like, that's what we're talking about.
Fit for the Emperor's Guard. See what suits you.
What level is this? It's a lesser, okay. So that this is also a lesser.
Long life.
Why don't they have this formula? Let's
a
look.
caravan is like memory.
Chaos.
That never forgets.
Yep, I already have one. Alright. Now there. I need to pull up the inventory management. I've been busy enough. I haven't been able to like play this just for fun on my own outside the stream for a few weeks now. Always something grabbing my attention. Like one thing this week, wrote up a review, and it's submitted, so just needs to go through editing before it can come out. The Swords of Ditto. That is a fun game. It is fun. It took a little bit for it to grow on me because some of the things are a little. I feel like the game could use some more refinement, some more polish.
I'm going to ask to get reassigned to record.
And I'm sure it will get that. I'm sure we'll get the changes that will address a lot of concerns. So yeah, I'm not too worried about the future of that game. But it is a fun game. It is a hard game though. It took me a good while to really figure out how to play it. But once I did, then I was having a pretty good time with it. Was able to just go around and basically do what I wanted, you know, fight, win in whatever dungeons I came across. Yeah, definitely a good game. Definitely a good game. Almost, I was thinking about maybe doing that for the stream, but I just, for where I am in the game currently, without just starting a new save, which is not going to be the easiest thing, because I don't want to lose the old one. And currently it's only one save profile, basically. Yeah, that wouldn't work too well. I'd have to back it up and put it back and all that. In order to do that, yeah, too much of a hassle, so I figured, no. Maybe I will stream it in the future, but I felt more like, nah, I'll just do this one, the safe one to do. what else? No, it must have been last week. Did I talk about it? Yes, I talked about it. FFA 4.0 is what I'm thinking about. So yes, I'm pretty sure I talked about that last week. And that is... So that actually adds the AV1 encoder and decoder, the AV1 library codec in there. Also some OpenCL stuff. Unfortunately, on Windows you'll have to compile it yourself, because the server that does the compiling of it does the oh, hang on. Need to... Okay. So I just saw that video I put low over on YouTube, and so I just wanted to check. It looks like it was just a brief hitch. And not a catastrophic failure. Yeah, did I talk about that? I don't remember. I restarted the router because I found... no, not the router, the actual modem. I don't remember when that was. It was a while ago, that's why I may have already talked about it. Because our plan is supposed to be 100 down and 10 up, as I recall. But it was at like 50 down, but only like 500k up. It's like, yeah, you can't stream on that very easily. But I only really noticed it because it's like, I didn't realize that it was a problem because like this is true. They did some research 2 or 3 years ago, it may have been, and found that there's little point for most people to having a speed above 10. 10 megabits per second, you don't notice it past that. And yeah, that is very true. That for just general internet usage, you do not notice that. You do not notice being above 10. And going from 100 to 50, I did not notice it. And except until I was downloading a new game. And it's like, that's not the right speed. It should be going much faster than that. So I ran a speed test, and that's what it reported. It's like, yeah, that is not right. We started the router, and then everything was fine. And I was much happier because it was downloading at full speed, and it was a big game. It does. Okay. It does have some. I am using that game for something. I just don't want to talk about that because it's far enough out. It's weeks out before that or the other thing. So that I'm working on for that. So don't want to talk about it. Too much time to pass between now and then. There was some. Oh yeah, something else. I'm actually kind of tempted to like have a news item for it even, but I haven't done it yet. Mainly I haven't done that. Mainly I'm just watching it for myself. GIMP 2.10 has finally been released. The Windows build isn't made, unfortunately, though. At least when I looked this morning at the website, it wasn't there yet. For those of you that don't know, what does it stand for? Like the GNU Image Manipulation Program? It's an open source Photoshop alternative, basically. And that is what I use for editing photos and for editing images. And you know, it's very functional, very nice. One of the things with it being 2.10 that they added is better multi-threading. They've also been working on completely rewriting it to a more up-to-date, I think it's a graphics language, but it basically should result in it running better. But they've been doing some of that. The full move over for that will be for 3.0. But to give you an idea, 2.8 that released 5 years ago, and I don't remember what the existence and status is of 2.9. But yeah, so that's definitely pretty awesome to see. But yeah, if it's image editing, I use GIMP. If it's a graphic editing, or if it's like the thumbnails for reviews, that I actually do in Inkscape. Just I find it a little bit easier to do that stuff where it's like image, background, and just some text. Typically, just saying review. Just it's a little bit easier to manage like placements and such in Inkscape, which is a actual graphic editor. GIMP is not. That is an image editor. You can do some graphics in there, but it's not, unless they've changed that. Last time I really looked at it and worked with it, very limited graphic functionality. Present, but not. Inkscape is much deeper. It's an actual editor. And I'm weird. I like working with graphics instead of images when I can. Because it's the whole with the graphic, you can scale that. It's like you make it and then it can be scaled to any size you want when you render it into an image. I like that. Just I can have it be as big or as small as I want and not lose any clarity. What else? Did see one thing. Apparently Monday, so April 30th, the last day of April, will be, well, might be when Microsoft tries to finally push out the new feature update. I saw that. It's only rumor for now, but it also makes some sense because they wanted it. I think they wanted it to come out in April, and it's the last day of April. I think at one point there was even a rumor that would be the April Creators Update, that's what they would name it. It's like, well, kind of wanted to release in April then. And I also saw some people found that there is a AMD Adrenalin 18.4.1 driver page up. It's just not. It's like the page exists, but it returns an unauthorized access error. That is. So the speculation might be that would also come on Monday, so that feature update to Windows, you gotta, if it's gonna mess with drivers, use this, or just adding in certain things to be optimally compatible with it. So that's possible. This reminds me of something I saw. NVIDIA put out a new driver recently for Frostpunk, and there was another game. I don't remember what the other game was, but I remember Frostpunk on there. And it was weird to me because it said that it got full Vulkan 1.1 support. It's like, wait a minute, I remember seeing that NVIDIA was supposed to have Vulkan 1.1 support when Vulkan 1.1 was announced, that was like the day or that week. So now it's that they have the full support. So I'm kind of wondering about that. I mean, true, it sounds like it would really impact anyone because nothing uses Vulkan 1.1 yet. But it makes me wonder because AMD put out their Vulkan 1.1 driver a few weeks after the 1.1 release. But I just wonder if that was full 1.1 support, meaning did AMD actually beat NVIDIA to it or not? I don't know. I don't know. I haven't done that research. I'm curious, but I'm curious enough to wonder. I'm not exactly curious enough to really dig down to find out. Because it's also one of those things, we're not going to see 1.1 implemented for a while yet. Let me see. The speculation with Bethesda is that there will be a new Doom game announced at or around E3. Given how they used and implemented Vulkan 1.0, naturally, in Wolfenstein 2, it would seem reasonable that the new Doom will be on that same engine the same version of Intech, which will be a Vulcan only. I could see that potentially being 1.1, but that I would think at the earliest would be the end of the year, so it's gonna be a while. That's pure, unadulterated speculation, though. Because I can see that being the case, that just those developers have done such a marvelous job working on getting Vulcan. I mean, it's like, yeah, I got issues with the story and gameplay of Wolfenstein 2, but its performance and graphics are very, very good. So those developers should be very proud of what they accomplished for the graphics and performance there. So it would not surprise me if they were working with Kronos, the group behind Vulcan, to work ahead, basically. It's like, yeah, Vulcan 1.1 isn't finished yet, but you know, let's start working towards it, get near to that, so that we'll be ready. And there may be some other developers that will also get there, that have also been doing stuff like that too. So we'll see. But it's months, would be my guess, before we see it. So it's not a big deal who got it first, so long as it is gotten before
You have no more room.
Had a feeling.
Your inventory is full.
Let's see what kind of juggling I can do. There. I do know. Yes. I'm just trying to remember, which one is Jade Palace? No, it is the one I was, like, just at. I could almost run there in, like... Oh, no it isn't. Damn it. It is Changla. I'm not pronouncing that correctly. But anyway, I do know that AMD did beat NVIDIA for DirectX 12 support, but that's
Or have you seen the
full
craftsmanship on this bracelet?
DirectX 12 support. Because there's... I think I've talked about this before. There are at least 3 feature levels. Yeah. It might only be 3. For DirectX 12, there's... all I wanted was bleeding. Those would be nice, but I am interested in things other than that.
Oh, you're done?
So there's the feature level 11, which basically is DirectX 11, just in DirectX 12. Is it 11? No, I think it's in feature 12, which is, like, here's some actual new stuff that's DirectX 12. And then 12.1, that is even more. And 12, just feature level 12, I think that would have been supported by even some of the older GPUs at the time DirectX 12 came out. That's like, even that was supported, but nothing supported all of 12.1. But even then, if the GPU were capable of DirectX 12, but had full DirectX 11 support, it supported DirectX 12 feature setting, feature level 11. So that is how you can have so many GPUs say they are DirectX 12 compatible, because they can do feature level 11. So like the old, I think they eventually pulled it back all the way to Fermi, the GTX 400 series from NVIDIA. Those are not going to be feature level 12. Those would be feature level 11. But that's what a lot of games were using, though. That it's just that. I think 3D Mark Time Spy is only feature level 11 as well. Damn it! So, yeah, but Vega is the first with full 12.1 support. So every feature DirectX 12 offers, it supports. And that it is as simple as that. There is another GPU that supports all of them. Maybe the Titan V, because that's Volta, that might. But at $3,000, who cares? It's like, that's not the card you're gaming on. So I'm not sure how much you need to really be concerned with that. I mean, undoubtedly though, whatever NVIDIA launches next will have full DirectX 12 support, undoubtedly. And again, it's the whole. We're still seeing DirectX 11 games come out. We're not going. A large transition to DirectX 12 has not happened yet. We're not going to run into this issue for a while. Where it's like, oh, well, your only feature set 12, not 12.1. And even then, the feature levels, was that added in DirectX? The concept is older. I'm trying to remember when that actually. I know DirectX 11 made a deal out of it. Anyway, part of the idea is that a GPU set the hardware can report back. This is what I'm capable of, and then the engine will be like, okay, then I won't give you more than that. So even if there were, here's a DirectX 12.1 game, it utilizes all this stuff, you'd still be able to run it on like a I'm just trying to remember what, yeah, like the R9 2700X or 28 or 280X or 290X. I think the 270X. Which, so those would be, because they would still, they're still GCN. It's like, yeah, it'll still, it just won't run the 12.1 features because it's not capable of that. Hang on. Don't I? Yeah, I do. Damn, hang on. Okay. Damn it. Alright. I did not need to do that. Three Sisters are back, so I need to rerun a portion. In a way, that's fine, though, because I like using the waypoints for going between in the videos, so it's in the streams. So it's like I have to go back and cover this stuff. So, yeah, it's fine. I'll just stop and do that now.
Please.
It's not bad.
Bye.
Alright, so hang on, let me just, that's not what I want. This is, okay. Alright, so that's... See, part of it that makes this weird is just the placement of some of this stuff. But okay, I need to come here, then over, all the way over here. So yeah, I never went all the way over there, so I missed that. Okay. So then this actually should be quick. This should be quick. I just missed something that I shouldn't have. I'm just trying to think. What else is there I can talk about? I'm sure there's something. I just need to remember. It has been a crazy week. It's possible that, like, on Wednesday there may have been... Oh, wait, no, I didn't write news on Wednesday. I was too busy. Tuesday, though. It's possible that there could be, like, on Tuesday there was some great thing that would be wonderful to talk about. I can't remember it. Tuesday could have happened last month. That's just how it feels. Oh, yeah, so we finally got, and I forgot this was going to happen. I forgot that it was just last month that Shadow of the Tomb Raider was teased. But yesterday is when it was officially revealed, with a launch date of September 14th, I believe. So I am looking forward to that. I am looking forward to that. I need to remember to put out just the request to be like added for the seeing the press release, and eventually, hopefully, getting a review key for it. But yeah, I enjoyed Tomb Raider and Rise of the Tomb Raider, so I'm looking forward to Shadow of the Tomb Raider as well. But it is interesting. So some people were complaining. Yeah, it was weird. I couldn't upload any of the images that are available with it. But I also couldn't embed the video, the trailer. But looking at that, yeah, it's dark. It's fairly dark, and apparently some people are not very happy about that. It looked like some people were upset that it is going so dark, which it's the first trailer, so it's like, you know, let's be a little easy on it. Things can change between now and its release, now in September. And it's also, this may just be how it was shown, because you can cut trailers in ways that it emphasizes points that might not be wholly accurate in the end, or exclusive, or not exclusive. Okay, why is that? I don't know why I wasn't getting the highlight on that. Like how didn't Fox actually have a trailer for Deadpool? What? I was on cooldown. Okay, I didn't think I was. But for the first Deadpool that did portray it as a romantic comedy, it's like, it's not really. It's very tongue-in-cheek, that trailer. And you know, that's fine. It's funny for especially for what they were doing, but it's just, it is possible to do that, to really change how things look by doing that. So that's possible, but it's just, I'm okay with things if they want to go dark, because there's some dark things in reality. So if you want to go that, but you know, always you need to do it with taste. You need to do it with class. What does that have to see? I saw something else. Nixes, Nixes, just in case I'm mispronouncing it, is doing the PC version, which is, that is who's done it for Tomb Raider and Rise of the Tomb Raider. They've been doing a very good job. Crystal Dynamics is still the developer for the game. It's for the console versions, but for the game itself. So it's the same developers. Well, yeah, same development companies, if not necessarily the same exactly. Because, you know, some of them will definitely be the same. The actress, I remember that being stated somewhere, who played Laura before, is playing her again. So we're not seeing that change. But I don't know if all the staff behind, you know, all the actual developers will be the same. But it's, you know, the same team. So that's good to see. Also saw Nvidia has partnered with them for its. Oh yeah, I did hit Alt. So yeah, that's why. So they're going to be putting some stuff in there, at least for that. It's like Nvidia promising optimizations for best performance, which we'll see what that ends up meaning. Because there's the, you know, potential that, yes, it's optimized, meaning it uses Hairworks, and it uses physics, and it uses what are they? Shadowworks. It's like it's using all these things that actually hurt performance on everything. It just hurts it less on Nvidia. Or if it'll be, you know what, after Far Cry 5 was treated so highly by people for how it was handled, maybe we should actually try.
Oh,
helping
I
with
have never
having it
been
well
so
optimized
terrified.
for everyone.
I
We'll
broke
see.
the enchantment.
I don't know. That
didn't
might be
mean
wishful
to.
thinking.
Suddenly, I was surrounded by my... I will explain, good warrior. Long
Okay,
for
instead of
hundreds years we
letting
have
her
been
do all that, the three sisters... Who do I need to... Okay, so I need to go back quite a ways. But I'll explain. So these three sisters, they at one point had saved someone, and I don't remember exactly who it was, but they had just rescued someone that turned out was either a god personified or just a great sorcerer. They'd saved his life, and so he made them a deal. He put an enchantment on them that no harm could come to them, and that they also could not die. So I think it actually, in one of the things, was like they are hundreds of years old. But the catch was that this enchantment would only hold for as long as they were, they never did any harm to anyone. But this one, when the monsters were coming, they actually, like, hit a monster with an axe handle to protect a child. And so now she's very afraid. And the other sisters are worried about her as well. That now that the enchantment may be broken, and so she does actually need to fear for her life. Okay, a great sage. It actually says it here. Gives me a magic seed and said that when they ate the seed, no harm would come to them, so long as they did no harm. Okay. So yeah, she lost her immortality because she killed a tiger man when he was about to kill a deer. I thought it was actually a child, but... and knows that it was broken, so there's a concern now that the immortality was lost. So there's the concern about her life. That's what's going on. And that's why you needed to come in and save her. Ending, I just... Oh, damn it. I went by her. Right here. Yeah, so I went right by her. Alright. Where I need to turn it in. But yeah, so we'll see. When it comes to NVIDIA doing optimizations, I'm just rather cynical. I think that's fair and accurate to say. Yeah, here she is.
Oh, stranger, you saved her, thank you.
And I leveled up. Alright, plenty of stuff to sell and the like. That's right. I need to get that up to 16. Yeah, I'll just do that straight away. That is one nice thing. It's like doing it here as well. Just going all the way up to the max, so that way I can just do whatever. Actually work back. Come on. Finding the spots there can be annoying. Yeah, so we'll see. It's also possible that there was a game not that long ago. There was also a NVIDIA optimized, but it's like it only had like two, maybe even just one of the NVIDIA technologies, the GameWorks stuff that's like, yeah, it might look a little nicer, but nobody's actually going to run with it because the performance hit is too big for everyone. So,
Why
yeah,
carry what you can put down?
So yeah, we'll see what that optimization means. What that promise of optimization ends up manifesting as. Alright, and now I just want to walk forward to that waypoint. Maybe go a little bit ahead. There's probably actually a fountain, like right inside the mountain. Yep. So yeah, just hit that. Alright. So that'll be it. I know I don't really need to save, but just be sure. Right there. Alright. Yeah. I think that's a good length. And okay, yeah, there must have just been like a few seconds when the connection dropped off, because it's only 2400 frames dropped, 1.7% total, and it was like 2000 when it happened, and I looked and saw that there had been issues around 2000, so it hasn't changed that much. Alright, I think I'll be good for next week. I don't know. It is just a weird time right now with things coming up, things happening, and taking my time. Anyway, I will see you next time.